Welcome back to Friday's edition of Asia Confidential. Big auction houses like Sotheby's and Christie's are moving aggressively to dominate the lucrative Hong Kong market. To compete, one smaller player is targeting younger buyers. I'm joined now by Candy Chuang, chair of Treasure Auctions, and we'll get thoughts from her today. The Chinese, they're increasingly more interested in antiques. Why is that? Is it because of deeper pockets? Are they more interested in investing in antiques?
Well, first of all, you know, they want to touch base with the roots, with the Chinese culture and everything. And given the China bloom in the economy and people are more affordable, they want to go out there and, you know, and buy some, you know, valuable goods, which is increasing in demand. And values as well.
So what exactly are we looking at? Are we looking at calligraphy, jadeite?
We're looking at anything, jadeite, ceramics, watches, jewelries, paintings.
That's across the board. Qing, Ming, which dynasty are we looking at?
Specifically Qing, because there's more availability, but they tend to go to anything that's in the market.
How do you source for these products?
Well, the company started out with a few collectors. So we ourselves have different collectors or sources that we tend to go. But at the same time, it's all around the world, I would say, because a lot of the Chinese antique were purchased by a lot of the Japanese back in the days.
You may be among one of the early players, but competition is heating up. I mean, we heard just now Sotheby's, Christie's. How are you maintaining your position? What are you doing in terms of strategy?
Well, first and foremost, Treasure Auctioneer is very different. We target a very different sector. While most of the traditional, they target in the what you so-called the most elite, we try to open up a new class of buyers who are not considered as the traditional auctioneers, and both young and old. And we tend to, since our company has online bidding, I think that also attract a younger generations. And as the prices, people are looking for different ways to invest, different vehicles to invest other than real estate and stock markets. They're really considering the works of art.
And the young people, what exactly are they looking for?
Well, they're looking for anything.
And how old are they?
Well, they're maybe in their early 30s, early 40s. It varies. I mean, they want to get their hands on anything they think it's going to has a good potential in the next couple of years.
When you take a look at the Hong Kong market, it is a very lucrative market. Compare that. I mean, help us put in perspective compared to the rest of Asia, the likes of Indonesia, Malaysia, even Singapore.
Well, Hong Kong is definitely more interested in the auction in the antique business, and since Chinese works of art has a bigger value and the increasing demand is tremendous, so we are seeing a lot of increased buyers in China and Hong Kong. Well, maybe less in Japan these couple of years, but we're expecting maybe other people from Asia when they recognize the growth and demand of these valuables.
Do you have an advantage being based here in Hong Kong?
Well, I wouldn't say advantage, but since we started with collectors, other than company who are just want to capture the growth of this business, we are very customer based. So we ensure that the goods that we provide, it's the best goods that you can find in the market, and it's going to has a good, very good potential value in the products.
Economies in Asia, especially in Hong Kong, well, they've seen a pickup. They've seen a recovery in the last 1 year. Have you seen a change in your business?
Well, definitely. For the past couple of years, annually we have seen 20% of growth on the auction business, and so it is very tremendous, especially in China, because our customer base has grown 20 to 30% per year just in China.
Given the deeper pockets, are they looking for more expensive stuff?
They definitely are. The deeper pockets are they're definitely looking at bigger amounts. The product that's in bigger amounts and bigger values, and the scarcity and rarity of the products.
I'm sure some of our viewers are pretty curious about the kind of products that you've auctioned off. Give us an example of some of the things.
Well, Sometimes, like we would have
the most expensive.
Well, the most expensive, I couldn't say the most expensive because, different dynasty has different, products that are considered very, in good values. But what we consider the best product is while you didn't recognize the value of the product, and when it has a very tremendous growth within the next 2 or 3 years. For example, a couple of years ago, there's this guy who come in who has no clue what a vase would cost. So, the estimate price was about 400K, and it went off to 4 or 5 million. So, he was shocked by, some, hidden treasure at home. So this is something that we are looking to introduce into the market because, not a lot of people has this kind of background or has, are familiar with this auction business.
Okay, so I'm going to get you to gaze into the crystal ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 5-10 years from now, what's going to be the product to have? If I were to purchase it now, what should I be looking out for? What would be a good investment?
A Qing Dynasty ceramics will be a very good buy.
Is it what you have right now available to be auctioned off?
Yes, Qing vases or ceramics is definitely something that we tend to source because it's compared to Ming Dynasty, Qing Dynasty is definitely there are more products out there, and because of the beautiful and colorful works of art itself, because it tends to be a little bit more attractive to the buyers. So yes, a lot of Qing ceramics.
Qing ceramics, folks, that's what you want to be looking for. Just before we go, the biggest challenge you face in this particular industry, what would that be?
Oh, that would be, keeping up with the market because, there are not a lot of, products out there. So we have to really go all out of our way to source all these value goods for our, customer who's seeking for a, investment opportunities.
All right, Candy, we have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your insights today.
Thank you very much.
Now, that's it from us here on Asia Confidential. Don't forget, we'll be back on Monday. And don't forget, send us your emails, comments, and story suggestions to the usual asiaconf@bloomberg.net. We're back on Monday. Stay with us.
Bloomberg Television, the first to broadcast live from the Credit Suisse Asian Investment Conference.
Although Japanese economy is not really that good, Japan is the least ugliest.
Given present situation, achieving 5%, I think it's admirable, but I'm looking for beyond 5%.
They're in a dead-end situation. There is no good answer for Greece.
We're on track to have a below potential growth recovery.
Market opportunities do exist in currencies. Find profit potential 24 hours a day on your time. Trading currencies. At gft.com.au, trade the dollar, euro, yen and other currencies commission free. Find profit potential in both rising and falling markets.